Peace, y'all. It's your boy ActionFiggySkinny here again with another quick hit review, and today we've got the Xmen 97 Cyclops and Jean Grey 2-pack, which is like, I mean, for me, I just want the Cyclops, an updated Cyclops on the, Vulcan body in this iconic suit. Same thing with Jean. It's not so, like, her body isn't updated, but we got some updated things on it. It's just something that we need. And they labeled it Xmen 97, so it's an excuse to get more X-Men. X-Men lovers, we've been eating good this month. We've been eating really, 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 really good. I'm telling you, like, we got Astonishing Beasts, we got Rachel, we got Feral, we got, like, Storm, we got Wolverine, we got this, Gladiator and Deathbird coming out soon. I mean, like, it's just a lot of good X-Men stuff. Iceman dropping soon. I mean, like, just a lot of good X-Men stuff coming out. And I hope there's more coming. Just keep it coming. Bring on the X-Men. Oh, Outback Storm, Mystique. Can't forget Mystique. Weapon X, Wolverine. So much good X-Men. But all to say, this thing is very much... A lot of people wanted this. A lot of people didn't get that Toys R Us 2-pack with that Cyclops, and they want to pay all that kind of crazy money for it. So now you don't have to. You can go ahead and get this on Hasbro Pulse, and I imagine this will pop up somewhere later. But for now, you have to get it off Hasbro Pulse. Us Canadians, we're eating that, but that's okay. We've been eating good otherwise. So, without further ado, we about to see what's in this box. Yeah. And for those of you who care, the box looks like this. All the accessories right there for you to look at. Cyclops gets his effects. Couple of hands. Jean gets 2 head sculpts, 2 extra hands. She gets some effects for her Jean-ness. The side looks like that. Cyclops on the side from that last couple of episodes of X-Men 97 where they did their retro suits. Very, very dope. The back has no kind of information on it, just a picture of the other figures in this wave, which is Wolverine and Storm, who will be up next. And Gambit and Rogue, I'm not going to go and get those because, yeah, that Gambit, just no. No, you're not gonna get me that easy. Sorry, guys. All to say, X on the top. Other things looking good. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, and here they are straight out of the package. These 2 figures look pretty awesome. No real gripes. That's my heater. Don't worry about that. It's gonna blow. But yeah, no real gripes on these at all. Everything seems legit here. We got the Cyclops on the Vulcan body. That's something that we've been waiting for, especially this Cyclops, for quite some time. I'm glad that they went with the blue that they went with, and they didn't go like fully matted and dull, or like super vibrant and shiny. Like, they had a good midpoint too. They also picked a good like navy blue, which is what this suit was. It was like a navy blue with more of a sun yellow on the gloves, but like, I mean, compared to the other one, this one really like nailed the coloring. You know what I'm saying? But they did their thing, because yeah, it would often fade from like light blue to dark blue in the comics depending on the shading. So yeah, this leg's ruined here, but over time, that's what happens. But yeah, I was to say the blue was always like in this era, so I'm glad they did that. You know what I mean? Regarding Jean, her classic costume, I like it. Very reminiscent of the time she jumped in it for the 90s X-Men cartoon, and also at the end of X-Men 97, which is what these figures are based on. Let's not forget, these are based on the X-Men 97 counterparts, not even comic based. It's just that you can cheat and use the Cyclops as your comic based newer, old school Cyclops, or even the arcade team with the 6 members there. Very, very also classic team. And yeah, so these are dope. Aesthetically, they look great. I have no gripes about the colors. I have no gripes about their accessories. They don't come with the best, they don't come with the most accessories, but they do come with standard accessories for these characters, especially Cyclops. We got the new optic blast with him, 2 sets of hands, and obviously like a head where you can click the optic blast into. For Jean, she gets like the standard power set that we have seen many times. I wish they would upgrade that, but they will one day soon. Another head sculpt and 2 open hands that we've seen. Super cool. Super, super dope. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into those accessories as I've explained them, and then talk about their articulation, which we've seen these bodies before. We're gonna do it quickly. 2-pack, 2 at a time. Let's go. Booyah. Alright, doing Cyclops first. As mentioned before, he comes with an alternate head sculpt that I'm gonna go ahead and put on this here thing. Oh, no, screw that up. Oh, yeah, screwed it up. Like that. Okay, so you can see that it's basically the same thing. Let's get that focused on him. Yeah, basically the same thing as we have seen before, but let me pick my arm out the way. It just has a hole in there, which you could clip this here optic blast. I've already put mine together because it's, oh, no, just pops right off. I thought it was harder to get that off, but yeah, you can just go ahead and pop that in there, and it should stay for the most part. If not, you know, but it's not going anywhere. Like, it's, you know what I mean? So you got that. Very nice. It is a lighter red than the one that came with the X Factor. See what I'm saying? Let me just zoom out a bit. This is the one that came with the X Factor Cyclops that we got this year as well. Great Cyclops. Get two if you can. And then, yeah. So I like the different in the ruby quartz reds. Very, very cool. All to say, this here clips into this guy like we've seen before. Clippity, clippity. Oh no. Alright, sorry, yeah. Do that. And booyah. Boom. So yeah. Go ahead and put his head on this guy so y'all can see what that looks like. And then first we'll talk about the other hands he comes with, which is the left to point at, you know, his visor, and then the right that is slightly open. You know what I mean? Just standard shit. I like it. I look at a look. Alright, switching these up. Let's go and see what Sykes looks like with his accessories on. And there he is with the alternate hands and head sculpt on with his optic blast. And I'm going to go ahead and clip this in here. See if I can go ahead and get that done without like breaking everything. Because it came off when I was trying to adjust. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave that like that. Or is it like this? You know, I'm really like, no, I'm right. It's just not as there. Okay. Boom. So yeah, you see this guy. Oh. Oh man. But you see, you guys get to see these, not even bloopers. You get to see the inner workings of me doing my reviews, and y'all getting to see, hey, you know what I mean? So you got Sykes, and he's got this, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna blast this shit at it. There you go. Ah, finally. Alright, so yeah, the heater's off. We can go ahead and run through this. Yeah, so the Cyclops, he holds it. Very cool. You can stand up straight. Tilt, not really. Okay, you can tilt the head back, and you'll still be able to stand, which is what I love about this Vulcan body. Of course, when I say you'll be able to stand, I blame my diorama, to be honest, because he can do this on the wooden table, no problem. And then, yeah, you can also, like, I'm failing hard right now. You can also get him into a, so I'm just trying to like freestyle this, right? Because y'all see my poses, I do way better poses. But yeah, this piece will stay on, if it will. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that edge part goes into here. And there is that gap there where you're supposed to clip it, which you just clipped. Right, yeah, and he'll be able to, there you go, stand and do his thing. And you got that pose, and then there was like that other pose that people were doing where he's like floating upside down, pointing his head up. Oh, well, that'll happen. Here you go. See? I don't even know how that's looking right now. You guys can definitely not see that. There you go. All to say, this is all kinds of dope. Accessories, all sorts. I'm happy to have the Cyclops. Most likely going to just have him standard. Maybe with this, probably with the fists posed up with the team. Because, yeah, you know what I mean? I suggest, if you can, cop 2 of these 2-packs, because once these are gone, especially these Hasbro Pulse joints, it's gone. So like, just for future, in case anything breaks over time, so on and so forth. If you got kids and they like X-Men as much as you do, you're gonna want to, because they're gonna just eventually get to your stuff. Not like I'm saying my kids do, but I'm just saying it's just a smart thing to go ahead and have. I just rambled there for a little bit, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into Sykes's articulation. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do Jean. Do Jean's accessories and so on that are super standard or whatnot. Let's go ahead and do Jean, and then we'll go ahead and get into both their articulations. Jean's up. So Jean Grey Marvel Girl over here. All right. She comes out of package Probably with the open hands, but I put these fists on just because, you know, all the jeans have the open hands. But I like that she looks like she could actually do something with her fists now, right? So she has these fists, and off rip, you could pop these out and put in her other hands. That goes on the other, so this is here. These hands we've seen before so many times. Which is like, I mean, but then you think about it, what other open hands are they going to really do for females? I mean, could they like really just switch it up? Yes. You got these blue effects. Some people feel like these should be more red. I don't disagree nor agree. I'm thinking pink would have been cool. But this is what we're getting here. Hold on. Sorry guys, as I'm doing this, I'm like leaned over. I really got to get like a stool, so I'm not like breaking my back doing this, because I'm hunched over trying to speak into the mic of the camera and also pose this up. Will she stand? She stands. So there you got Jade. And her accessories are dope. They're good for this figure. The head sculpt, I like this one. The standard one. The other one with the windswept hair is not bad. I also very much like the very red they emphasized on this. Oh boy. Definitely lost an effect for sure doing that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I had to take a pause there to really fix that up. But yeah, the alternate head sculpt is very, very cool. As you can see, it captures like the intensity of the battle at the end of the episode, so on. And like, I just like this green better. It's more of a gold than yellow compared to, you know, this joint, which is just like hair swept over. I don't know, like it's probably the double jointed arms that helps this. But this is an okay jean, but just this one kind of gets it. It just gets it done better. But yeah, what to say. Here's jean standard effects. Come with those. I'm gonna leave these on when we get into articulation. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into articulation for these two bad boys. The feet do suck. I wish they just gave us flat boots instead of these heels. The heels just don't work too well. Yeah. Articulation wise. Okay, so articulation on Cyclops. It is a Vulcan body. All the good stuff of the Vulcan body. Butterfly joints that don't go back too far, but go front enough. Like, you know, enough that you get like what you need to get out of the fig in terms of that. He goes back and he goes forward beautifully. You know, not much needed there. Though they could have probably put him on that Punisher body, but they're saving that one, I guess. Head goes back that much. Right, and he tilts forward standardly this much. Arms go up, T position, no problem. Right? All good. Well, at least this looks like a little half T-ish, but it's good. Double jointed elbows so that he could reach his face. Double jointed elbows, looking great. We got the double jointed knee. And this guy has boot cut, which is becoming extinct, as we can see. This is how they're cutting costs, I guess. I'm not trying to be that dude, but I'm just like, I'm going to miss my boot cut when it's all gone. So if you have a figure with boot cut, hold on to that joint, because boot cut is disappearing. But yeah, all to say, this Cyclops is what we needed. He reminds me of, you remember back when we were kids when they had the X-Men figs, and originally they just put out like the white and blue Cyclops. So you had like all the X-Men looking like their 80s costumes, and because at the time Cyclops was in X Factor, they had him in the white and blue. But then they put out this like, I guess, chase release, which was him in this costume. My boy got it from Toys R Us, and I wasn't going to Toys R Us that much back then. Shouts to Toys R Us St. John's. You just, rest in peace. But my boy Wilson, he turned around and, Sean, shouts to you, and gave me that Cyclops, which I might go and get it for the end of this review for comparisons. We'll see if I can find it. But yeah, Very, very dope. Very, very dope figure, all to say. That's why, like, I really love this Cyclops suit. Very, very awesome to me, all to say. Jean's articulation is better than that figure's. Jean's articulation, she has her, because of the hair, she can't go up, but it does look down. I'm not forcing it, it's just that's how much it goes. Actually, no, it can go more. I just don't want to break it, because these Hasbro Pulse figs, you know how they be. All the rocker is in here, in the torso, so that's as much as you're going to get, which I'm not mad at, but you get a lot of side to side, as you can see. And then her leg, because the skirt is shorter than that one, she can get her legs out, kicking somewhat there, and nothing really front or back. But again, you're not really trying to move her like that. Or if you are, I don't know. But probably might try replacing this with a soft goods skirt. If I could find one, that'd be dope. As I mentioned before, she has the double jointed arms and the new arms. So that fell off. I'll take these off now. Hold on. Yeah, so she has the double jointed arms, which are just does wonders for any, even if the torso articulation is not the greatest on the female figs, you got that. Her legs, though, being double jointed, they do work. No boot cut, but that is like a standard thing for these. So yeah, it's good. Standard foot articulation, which is good, but you can't really do, it's stiff, and there you go, like it goes around, but I don't really try to move that too much because they are very, very, very sensitive, you know what I mean, and they tend to break. So yeah, Jean's articulation is on point. Not the best, but also pretty standard for that body, so you can't really get mad at it. And none of us is really checking for this Jean. Now, if they put out another 90s Jean, all right, we need that to be on the Black Widow body, all the kicks, you know what I mean? Like, you can't play around. You're going to put out another 90s Jean, and I'm talking about comic book 90s Jean, not that joke of a figure from the Xmen 97 series, which I have, but haven't opened because it's just no. But I'm talking about a true 90s Jean. Yo, we need that. We need her on, you know what I'm saying? Like something like this. I mean, I'm saying, we need the next Jean. Well, actually, we need this in the red, but then also we need a 90s Jean that's on this body. And I hope you guys go ahead and do that, because yeah, this is a perfect super duper segue, because we're going to go ahead and get into comparisons after these messages. Okay, so comparison Garrison. That's what I like to call this segment. It's fun. First up, we're just going to go ahead and put these against their old counterparts. So Sykes is going to go up against the old Bucky Cap, Toys R Us exclusive Cyclops from, what was that, 2016? Yeah, 2016. And then we're going to put her up against the X-Men Krakoa Jean that came out in 2020, I believe. And these two figs, boy, wow. Just like, look at the upgrades, and then, praise be to the fig gods. I'm kidding. But this is dope. I'm glad that we got these upgrades. Jean back here was more on like a teen body, which is weird. And that body had the same kind of torso articulation, but what lacked was the different arms. They put the, more recent Black Widow / standard double jointed female arms on her, and it made this much better. They also gave her new legs and better legs. Yeah. But the paint difference isn't too much. I like this green. I like this green, but I like this green. I can grow to like this green. And the gold is good. Regarding Cyclops, y'all know what it is. That guy had like one of the best shadings on a Marvel Legend for like a time. That's when they weren't really doing shading, and then they popped out and did this, and people were like, oh, okay. So, but you do see the difference in the head sculpts on Cyclops and Jean, but the Cyclops are more apparent because it was a Bucky Cap, so they had to kind of like appease to that body. Otherwise, yeah, you didn't get a different set of hands with that Cyclops. You only had the one fist and the one touching the visor. So yeah, that's that comparison. Next up, we're going to go ahead and put her up against my recently reviewed Medusa, who does stand better now. and I'm putting out a video right before this regarding that, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. We'll put him up against Wolverine from the 97 2-pack. Him and Storm. I'm actually going to throw up Storm against Jean here. Storm with all her lightning effects, which is probably how I'm going to keep her posed, because I want her to look like mega powerful. So that's what these two look like, all the four of them. Looking really, really dope. Very awesome. Super cool. For no other reason, I'm going to go ahead and put him against Wamp and her against Wamp. See what those look like. Very, very dope. Very, very nice. We're going to go ahead and put him up against... I wish I had Ryu down here. I should have done that. I should have brought Ryu, but that doesn't make sense. We got Sabretooth here. And then we're going to go... Ooh, and then we're going to go and put my man Frank Castle, one of my favorites, up here. So Frankie boy. Okay. Next up we got Colossus. Another classic teammate. And who else could we get? Yeah, let me see what I can throw. Hold on. Ah, yes. Colossus. We got Angel. Looking very, very dope. Let's throw in Iceman. On some originals type ting. We do need Beast. We need Beast in like his blue and red costume. That'd be sick. Let's give him Nightcrawler and Dazzler to make everybody feel good and happy. I'm liking this. I'm just liking how everybody looks at these two. I mean, it's just really cool. For no reason, throw in Black Bolt and Karnak. Can't wait to get the newer Black Bolt. That's coming out soon, I hope. But throw these up, see what they look like. And then throw in Gorgon, who's just a gigantic, enormous even. And then freaking Juggy. Put in fucking Juggernaut in there. There you go. There you go. Looking good, looking great. Feeling good, feeling great. How are you? Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, let's go on and get into my final thoughts on these joints. Chill. Final thoughts on these two figures and this 2-pack in general. This shit is a 9 on 10 for your boy. It loses points for, I don't know, because nothing can be perfect in this world. And I actually do think this is probably a perfect 2-pack. Just for like the Jean that we got. Yes, I maybe would have wanted her in a newer body, and they could have given us a, like, you know, not cloth, but you know what I mean. Materialed skirt, something. But then you'd have all the weirdos out there, and I don't even want to get into that. So, but all to say, I would have liked a newer body for Jean. Cyclops is perfect. I have no qualms with Cyclops. I have no qualm with the accessories. Everything's good. Everything's great for me. Skin tones might have been a little great if they were darker on Cyclops. You know what I mean? But I mean, again, it's supposed to be for the cartoon. And yeah, I'm not even trying to find things to hate on. Like, this is a perfect 2-pack. This is a great 2-pack. You guys should go get this if you like these versions of these characters. And even if you just want the Cyclops, you should get it for the Cyclops, because the Jean is also an improvement. Big improvement from this. I don't know why I bought 2 of these. This has to go away in the bin somewhere. Very, very, very dope figures. That's what I got to say about these. They're just really, really nice. Yeah, if you like this review, if you like this review, please go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell, because I'll be putting out these reviews quite a bit. You can go and check out Medusa and Gorgon that was recently put out. Check out Rachel Summers. Check out Feral. Check out Black Widow. Check out Astonishing Beast. I got Wolverine and Storm coming up next. I got Hellfire Club Spidey. I got Battered Magic Card Spidey. It's not a late window to put that out. I don't believe in late windows. Maybe it is a late window. All to say, check out my reviews and please share them with your friends, because I'm trying to get this little channel to grow up. And yeah, that is anything kind of support wise, and sharing is good for the channel. So yeah, until then, keep fit, have fun, keep collecting, because the world is crazy and we need something to do while all these other things just fall apart around us. You know what I mean? So yeah, until next time, it's your boy. ActionFiggySkinny. Peace.